stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Azeroth Daily Episode 2 for the 10th of December 2010. My name is Total Biscuit, bringing you your daily dose of WoW news and comment. In the news today, a very lengthy blog post posted by Blizzard regarding the difference between primary and secondary stat, subtitled, What Happened to All the Agi/Spirit Gear? This is a pretty interesting read that details the design philosophy behind the difference between primary and secondary stats, and honestly, it is definitely worth a look at. The full link is, of course, in the description below this video. Blizzard has clarified an alchemy ability that's been confusing quite a lot of people. It's called Transmute Living Elements, and the full details of that can also be found, as you might imagine, in the description below, but you can also see them up on the screen. Transmute Living Elements actually causes you to receive a bunch of random volatile elements, which are the new elemental type available in the expansion. You've seen this kind of thing before. Volatile is the equivalent of rats crystallized, and these are these elemental drops that are used in various crafting recipes. So there you go, you can have a full look at that by clicking the link in the description below. There was a new game guide out for those of you who might have just got into the game with Cataclysm. Maybe you watched my videos and decided to pick it up. You might want to read this. It's pretty well put together. It's very comprehensive indeed, and the link is in my description below. It is titled What is World of Warcraft, and at the moment it is currently in 5 parts. I would highly recommend that you go and check it out. Also, it's useful if you want to decide to recruit somebody to the game, and you want to give them a basic primer as to what to expect. Being sneaky and hiding over on the EU forums, we've got free character migration for those on the European realms as well. You might want to have a look and see who's available there. Bear in mind, this one ends even sooner than the US one. It's actually ending on December the 15th. So be very, very quick if you decide to move before that. And of course, realm moves can close without notice. So do watch out for that. The full list is on the screen right now, and you can check out additional details by clicking on the character move link in the description below this video. Some of you on EU might have also been caught out by some realm downtime yesterday evening. That has now been fully resolved, and all realms should currently be working normally. And with that, it's time for your daily blues. Bashiok winning a lot of points this week, as far as I'm concerned, by responding to a complaint over on the US forums regarding being forced to be in a guild with complete strangers in order to get the most benefit out of leveling. Bashiok points out, as many of us sensible people already know, that this is actually a massively multiplayer online role-playing game, and playing with others is kind of the point. You can read his full post right here. I am certainly in agreement with Bashiok. There's no real question about that. I've always said this is the optimum way to play, and if people can't handle that, they should perhaps buy a good single-player RPG instead. Might I recommend Dragon Age or The Witcher? Quick post over on the US forums by Lilira is in regards to more minigames, indeed request for more minigames by somebody called Death Knigget. At least that's what I think he's called. That's what I'd like to believe that he was called. Don't shatter my dreams. And Lilera has pointed out a couple of other minigame quests that you might want to check out, including the Trial of Frost, Fire and Shadow in Ashara if you're Horde, as well as the Warden's Pawn quest line in the Badlands. And with that, it's time for your daily grind. Since Lilira so kindly pointed this one out, I'm going to show this one to you. This is available in Ashara. You've got to go through the Archmage Xylem quest line, which is leading up to the meeting with the Zuragos, and once you've worked your way up a tower, which involves jumping on various jump pads, kind of Sonic style, then you will be faced with this one right here, which is a sort of Dance Dance Revolution style thing, where you must run around avoiding the fire, and I would strongly recommend that you follow the Blood Elf. Usually I know you don't want to do that unless you're ganking him, but in this case, it's kind of important. Here's our Friday feature, folks. It's postcards from Azeroth. I announced a couple of days ago as to exactly what the theme for this one was. Usually the theme would be announced on a Monday, and of course the winners shown on a Friday, but I'm going to make an exception this time around simply because we started in the midweek, just to be awkward. So the winner of each of these week's contests actually receives 60-day time card for their region, courtesy of cynicalbrit.com. The theme I asked you for this week was to show me something that you're really glad changed within World of Warcraft. And I've picked 6 of the best in order to show you today, so let's get started. Now, the one that I've got right here was subtitled, "The Baron's Chat is Destroyed Forever." And I can certainly appreciate that particular sentiment. Next one right here comes in and says, it's probably about time that my flying mount learned to hold its breath as opposed to simply my pony. So yes, indeed, the change is that the flying mounts can now finally swim. And it looks ridiculous. The next one here is a little unfortunate, I must say. He loves the fact that you can now fly in Azeroth, as did everybody else on December the 7th. Very war-torn screenshot right here that expresses the absolute pleasure in having some real fighting in the Barrens as opposed to merely Alliance ganking the Crossroads. And I would have to agree, this area in the Southern Barrens is absolutely badass. This scene of righteous destruction comes in with the subtitle that he absolutely loves the fact that noobs can now get ganked by world bosses and quest mobs simply because they don't know how to move out of the fire. And our winner for this week, ladies and gentlemen, comes in from Conrad Grinowicz. And he provides this absolutely stunning shot right here. He calls it, "Here Comes the Sun, and Now It's Blue." And Conrad loves the fact that proper lighting effects have finally been added into the game. And wow, is that one way to show it off. So congratulations, Conrad. You win yourself a 60-day time card. Drop in an email to me, and I'll get it all sorted out for you. And to cap off the show, folks, it's the mailbox. A great suggestion came in, actually, posted on either Reddit or YouTube, I can't even remember which, that I dance on a different mailbox every day. Now, considering the number of mailboxes available in Orgrimmar, it's going to take me, I think, until 2012 to exhaust them all, but I'm sure we can find a way to do it. Okay, first mail is coming in here from Damien, and he says, I'm a big fan of your videos. I saw episode 1 and heard you suggest that you should get an authenticator to try and prevent your account being hacked. Unfortunately, I live in Romania and play on an EU server, and I can't get the Battle.net authenticator. They refuse to ship it to Romania, and I don't know why. Yeah, that is a problem, actually. There are a number of services that are, for some reason, not available to certain European countries. It's really unfortunate, and I would urge Blizzard to try and get that sorted out, because it's to everyone's benefit that we get less hacking, because, of course, hacking equals gold selling. That's where the money comes from, folks. If you ever buy gold, consider the fact that that gold is coming from hacked accounts. It's not a good thing at all. It's very, very bad for the game, for the community, and indeed for the economy. So what I'm going to say is that there are a number of ways of getting an authenticator. I would suggest maybe trying eBay. That would be a good start. A lot of people have spare authenticators. They would easily be willing to sell you. And you can also have a look at the mobile authenticators, which are available on a lot of different mobile platforms now on the Blizzard mobile store. However, in this case, Damien, I would ask that you send me your address, and I will actually ship you an authenticator. I can get you one in the UK and post it over to Romania. So if you send me your address into the mailbox with the same address you sent in your mail, I will provide you with an authenticator. For everyone else, have a look into the mobile ones, and again, I would urge Blizzard to try and make authenticators more widely available to everybody. This one coming in from Aiden, and he says, I'm a huge fan of your videos. I thought I would share my opinion about the Tier 11 Hunter set, as I believe it should be removed from the game entirely. It's a disgrace to all hunters. It's a horrible set. Hunters should look better. Thank God they have camouflage now to hide their shoddy gear. Yeah, if you haven't seen what I call the Aquaman Hunter set, then here it is. It is really, really horrible. And it goes back to the old Dragon Stalker set, where you gotta wonder just how exactly you're gonna stalk anything in something so ridiculously flamboyant. Oh dear. Expect quite a few hunters to be looking for non-tiered pieces as they go through, and I don't really know why anyone would want to look like they're running around with little globules of plague on their shoulders, unless, of course, you're an undead hunter, in which case it sort of fits the theme. Shame it looks like you're being eaten by a dead fish. Okay, folks, that's it for your Azeroth Daily for today. Bear in mind this runs from Monday to Friday, so there won't be any episodes over the next couple of days. I'm really happy with the launch so far. Views have been absolutely stellar. Feedback's been really, really great, so I'm going to continue trying to improve this going forward. Thanks a lot, guys, and I will see you next time.